It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning, I'm David Stroud, and this is the morning show on XL7-TV.
Whoop, whoop.
At Scooter Scott Callies. How are you, sir?
Have to start it off right.
Well, exactly. I know Bob loves it. I love it, too.
Yeah, Bob loves it. He loves it when I do that.
It is Tuesday, August 23rd. We appreciate you joining us here on the morning show.
So how are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm doing real good.
Good.
Yeah.
It's a nice morning out.
Yesterday was real nice.
Yesterday was.
It's a lot more comfortable going inside them old campers when it's not 120 degrees.
I could only imagine.
I can think, I can actually tell people about them instead of going, I got to get out of this thing. And it feels like when you walk out, it feels like you're going into an air conditioning room because it's so hot in there.
Inside, yeah.
Even if it's like 95 outside, it still feels better. Anyway.
I'm going to have you bring your mic just a little bit closer to you if you don't mind.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you, but
Testing.
It's just, I've got you cranked way up.
Oh, okay. We don't want that.
No,
we got to keep it down. Don't let it go in the red, right?
There you go.
We like to start the morning show off with the morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Home with all our respect. They have 29 in the state and one in Memphis, Tennessee. And we sure do appreciate them in our time of need when we lose a loved one. And with that, let's pause for the morning prayer. Dear Lord, I've asked over and over, I'm going to keep on asking to watch over this nation as the division seems to get deeper and deeper. Those that are in power and have the way to reach the masses have been stoking it now for many years. I'm asking you to stand by them and just put your hand on their shoulder and guide them in a different direction. They've gone off in left field, and we can bring them back down to the right, the center, wherever you want to call it. It's definitely needed. And school has started, and we want you to watch over the children, watch them buses, make sure people aren't passing them as they're stopped picking our children up. And with this I pray, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home with all our respect. We appreciate them in our time of need when we lose a loved one. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a hard fact of life that none of us are going to get out alive. And we're proud to have them there to take care of us when it does happen. If you need pre-need service, give them a call, 870-425-2161. It's great to have a plan in place, especially if you know what you want to have done.
Yep.
And your family does not know what you want to have done. It's good to go in and speak to those that
even if your family knows.
Well, yeah.
For them not to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
just to have it already in place.
Yeah.
And, with pre-need plan, you can set up on a payment plan to go ahead and get it paid out before anything happens. Because that's a big deal, too.
It's
when the
it
shock
can be
of
costly real quick.
Yeah, and you weren't planning on it. It's good to have it just already taken care of.
I agree.
I say that it's easier to give that advice, but I haven't done it, and I should. I keep reminding myself every time I'm on the show talking about it to go down there and talk to them and get something set up.
I need to too. I never thought I'd live this long.
Tell me about it. With that, let's take a short break and watch Bob and Linda Zador's commercial. It's wonderful. I love it.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer's been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
Don't feel abandoned. Call Bob and Linda Zadora today, 870-405-0793. Don't be abandoned. They have 98% satisfaction rating. There's a reason for it.
They will take care of you.
They will take care of you.
There's no doubt.
And there's a team of them. It's not just Bob and Linda. We
Yep.
say the Z team, and we always say Bob and Linda. I mean, they're the main cats, but there is other parts of that team. And if they're busy, they will be there to help you out, right?
It won't cost you any more to go with the team, so might as
Exactly.
well go with the Z team.
No, it won't cost you any more. Well, let's take a look at the White River. Brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. And it's a beautiful foggy day.
Well, you can see it more than you could yesterday.
Right? Was
Yesterday,
it like
you couldn't
last
see.
Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't see nothing.
Totally covered. They're in they're in Marion County, looking into Baxter County. Off to the distance in the right is where we are in Mountain Home. In the center is Missouri, and to the left is Bull Shoals. You're looking at the beautiful Collar, Arkansas. Oh, you were looking.
Oh, it's just resetting. It's good.
And that's the ball field down there, if you can see through the fog. The Rainbow Bridge is just peeking through. That is at retiredtoarkansas.net. It's a live view of Cotter. They also have the zoom in shots of the river. And they move around different areas. They stay 10-15 seconds. They zoom in, they pull out. It's really cool. You can go to retiredtoarkansas.net and find those cameras, and you can also find their listings. They have the MLS listings of the area also. They are, look at it, there it goes.
See the current.
They are licensed in Arkansas and Missouri. So if you find a different view that you would like to have and it's for sale, give Bob and Linda Zadora a call, 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. It's a beautiful shot. Would love to bring you
God's
that.
country.
God's country. It definitely tells you that there's just no way this came from a big boom. Right? There is a grand design. Everything that has been built by somebody. Why not the earth? Yes?
There you go.
There you go. Go to retiredtoarkansas.net, find this beautiful view. You can also screenshot it and make it a part of your daily life on your computer.
I screenshot some every now and then. I'll show them if
You
I
did.
look in the morning.
Yep. The next time there's a lightning storm, need to remember.
Yes.
Because that is really cool to watch. Linda took a picture of it one day. Look at that. That is wicked looking.
That is pretty.
Very, very nice. We appreciate them setting up them cameras for all of us to see the beautiful view they get to enjoy 24/7. But that's because of their hard work, and everybody deserves, something like that when they work as hard as Bob and Linda Zadora does, and they're going to work that hard for you. Now, you can't have this view, but there are views like this for sale, so give them a call at 870-405-0793. And it's gone.
Yeah, now it's all fog.
Really cool. We appreciate that. Let's take a look at our weather and Old Mountain Home, Arkansas. Please hold. And totally reset. There we go. Mountain Home, Arkansas is at 67. Harrison's at 65. Batesville at 69. Yellville at 67. Marshall at 68. Salem at 63. Mountain View at 68. Calico Rock is at 67. West Plains, Missouri at 63. Springfield at 65. Poplar LaBeouf at 64. St. Louis at 61. National Weather Radar shows some heavy activity across pretty much all of Louisiana heading into Mississippi and Alabama. We've got some activity down in southern Texas, up in northern Montana, a little bit up in the northeast, but off the coast of off the east coast is some heavy duty stuff. So if you're out on a ship watching the show, you've got some weather headed towards you.
You never know.
We'll zoom in here to Arkansas and Missouri, where it looks like we've got a little bit of activity down towards Little Rock. Later on in the day, we're starting here at the 6 a.m. of the southern part of the state. What we had seen in Louisiana has creeped up into our area, but it starts to dissipate and move off to the east later on in the day. You can see 9, 10 o'clock, how it starts to head out. Not a whole lot of activity happening. And there it goes. It looks like around noon, there's going to be some near Conway. But up in our neck of the woods, clear as a bell, I think it's going to be a beautiful sunshiny day. But remember, I am not a weatherman.
You're just as accurate as one.
Probably. Please hold for our Weather Nation to pop up here. And it looks like tropic updates, waves in the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. Thank you for that.
Okay, that's bonus.
Okay, southern part of the state has a flood watch. Louisiana, parts of Texas, and Mississippi. So if you're going to be on the southern part of the state and you go to low water bridges, be very careful. Think before you cross, and if it looks like it could be hairy, just turn around and find a different route, right?
I knew you had to throw Harry in there.
I was going to. It's a part of my daily forecast. Well, 2 times a week. Today is sunny. See? Beautiful. High of 86. Oh, I love it. Because that don't feel like 96. 86 don't feel like 96, does it?
It doesn't at all.
Tonight is mostly clear, low of 65. Wednesday is sunny, high of 87. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, low of 65. Thursday is sunny, high of 88. Thursday night is clear, low of 66. Friday is sunny, high of 90. Friday night, mostly clear, low of 68. And Saturday is sunny, high of 90. Let's see what Sunday holds.
I can live with that.
Oh, it looks wonderful. A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny, with a high near 88. And Sunday night, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, and low of around 70. So it looks like we have a pretty good weekend with a chance of rain on Sunday. But Saturday is going to be beautiful. Pollen count for today. Tree pollen is showing none tomorrow, and Thursday none. Grass pollen today is moderate. I will be mowing, so time to pill up. Tomorrow is low, Thursday is low. Ragweed is moderate today, tomorrow is moderate, and Thursday is high.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming. You said
It's
it
been
would.
showing its head. It's here.
You said it would later on in the summer. Norfolk Lake water levels at 556.21. They are not generating anything right now. Bull Shoals Lake water level is at, please hold, 661.10.10. Level is 2.10 feet above full pool. They are generating 1. As of today, that is subject to change, so it's always good to call in and make sure. You can call 870-431-5311 to find out. And with that, that's a look at your weather, brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Give them a call at 870-405-0793. Go to retirettoarkansas.net and find all of their listings, the MLS listings, and the beautiful shot of the White River. With that, let's take a break, and we'll come back with some community news.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain.
Well, welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV, and Mountain Home School Superintendent is pleased with the first day of classes, and I would agree, because Carla came home after the first day of school and said minor little hiccups here and there, but otherwise it was a great first day.
Awesome. I hadn't heard much on the first day, so that's good to hear. Everything went smooth.
If you don't hear much, that means it went smooth, right?
There you go.
This was an interesting story. A cat in Harrison recently gave birth to kittens, and one was reportedly born with 2 heads.
All right.
Yes, can you believe that? The second kitten born from the litter is known as a Janus cat, one with a rare genetic mutation caused by excessive protein production while in the womb. And so the owner named the kitten Harvey, you know, from Batman, because of the 2 faces. Janus cats historically have a low survival rate. Many are reportedly unable to live past the first 12 hours. However, Harvey appears to be defying the odds. He was born, I guess, last Wednesday, and is showing all signs of a healthy newborn kitten. Isn't that something?
Huh.
And in the major news for the area.
Major news. Here we go.
Major news.
For our area.
Baxter County Fair starts tonight.
It does. It
sure
does.
August 23rd through the 27th. And then tomorrow night will be the parade, Wednesday, August 24th at 5:30 p.m. Theme is celebrating family, food, and fun. And so if you want to be a part of that, you can just go line up. You can just go line up wherever, and you can go to baxtercountyfair.org and click on that, and you can find the areas of where you'll be lining up. Click here for parade lineup locations.
Are you all excited for the rides and the cotton candy and all the
Oh yeah. Nah, I rarely go anymore.
I like to go through their exhibit building.
Do you?
Yeah.
You know, that's
me, I'm full of hot air, so
that's
chance
true.
Somebody talk and they can't leave you while you're talking. See, that works.
Right on. So I'll just read off a few of these real quick. So political cars and floats, enter at Butcher, Dr. Butcher by Methodist Church, and corner of Burnett and Beard. Fire trucks by Medical Plaza, floats, corner of Burnett and Buttercup. So like I said, you can go to baxtercountyfair.org and click on the parade page, and then scroll down, and you'll click here for parade lineup locations if you want to be in the parade.
And it'll tell you exactly where to line up and go.
Yep. All right.
Easy enough.
That's a look at our community news. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with Enoch Pepin of the LC Sammons Youth Center and the new director, Daniel Baxley of the Mountain Home Parks and Recreation.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Our guests are Enoch Pepin, he's with the LC Sammons Youth Center, and Director Daniel Baxley of the Mountain Home Parks and Recreation. And how long have you been doing that now? I haven't even thought about that.
So in Parks and Recreation, I'm just under 20 years now.
Okay.
In Parks and Recreation experience. So Director, I'm starting my third week.
Third week?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here. You got big shoes to fill, I think. After,
I do.
Yeah,
I do. I did not know Billy personally. I did know his sister. She's very active in one of the state boards that I'm on, and but met Billy recently, and fantastic guy.
Oh yeah.
Definitely got some big shoes to fill.
Billy D.
Oh yeah. So,
yeah, I sold him a couple cars when I was at Ultimate. That's how I met him.
Okay.
And yeah, he's wonderful to work with, most definitely.
And he's been great helping me get transitioned and Southside. I didn't intend to, but moved in the same neighborhood, so he's just a few houses down, so I can go bug him, knock on his door anytime I need to.
There you go.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
So, where'd you come from? Tell us about yourself.
So, I was born in Benton, Arkansas. I was raised there until I was about 8 years old, and then we moved to Georgia. Finished out high school and college in Georgia, and then came back for a visit and met my wife and never left. And, stayed back in Arkansas.
Yeah.
So, came from Benton Parks and Recreation. I was there just almost 10 years and, started there with 5 employees and watched it grow to 51 before I left.
Wow.
So we Benton followed the same path that the vision from the mayor and the council for Mountain Home had with quality of life tax and the recreation center, and we built one in Benton, and the growth was phenomenal and quick, and so we went from like I said, 5 to 6 full-time employees to 51, and 3 programs to 51 recreation
That's
programs.
impressive.
In 5 years. So,
very cool.
Yep.
And so you're married?
I'm married.
Kids?
23 years married,
yeah.
3 kids. My oldest is Samantha. She started grad school at VCU today.
Very nice.
So my wife is Amanda, and then my son is David. He's 16. He's playing football for Mountain Home.
Good name.
So you like that?
Yeah.
So he's
so he's playing football here.
He's playing football.
Nice.
Coach Ari and them let him come on. He came in late, so he's trying to learn the offense and fit in where he can. But just a great great way to meet some people and make some friends in town. And then my youngest is Emma Grace, and we found out yesterday she tried out and she made the 8th grade dance team for Mountain Home. So sounds like we're gonna be busy this football season, running between dance and football. So,
most definitely. Yeah. Sometimes you have to divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. That's excellent. So 20 years in the Parks and Recreation Service, and then were you seeking out this kind of position, or did somebody tell you about it?
So I wasn't seeking this position. I was very happy where I was at in Benton. We've told this story, I think, but we don't know anybody in Mountain Home. We knew one person, Jason Wingate, at Locker Room. He and I worked on golf courses together years ago and stayed friends. He reached out to me, just told me it was available. He had heard about it in the paper. Wasn't overly interested. I'm, an 8th grader and soon to be junior in high school. It's a hard time to move kids. Yeah. And then I had, some other directors on the, like I said, again, on the state board that I'm with, and then, that I'm just friends with and I respect. They reached out and said, hey, you might want to really take a look at this. And so I talked to Mayor Adams, and he asked me just to come up and look at what y'all had done here. And I was very impressed. I mean, the renovations of the existing parks before the start of the new rec center was a phenomenal way to go. It was one of the things I wish we would have done different in Benton. So realized, it was a great fit. It was, it was a good area, and it wasn't, behind the 8 ball, so to speak. They were really somebody took the time. I don't know if it was Mayor Adams or the council or a combination of everybody, but definitely took the time to ask a lot of questions of a lot of parks departments and say, okay, what would you do different? If you could do yours all over again. And I know he came to us because we met him 2-3 years ago. We came to Benton right before COVID. Yeah. To tour our facility. So somebody did their homework, and it shows with where the parks are at right now.
Very good. So, how do you feel about working with Enoch here? He comes on the show all the time. What do y'all think?
Oh yeah, Enoch's here.
I like to.
Hey.
Oh yeah, Enoch's here.
It's me over here.
So no, the staff has been great.
Yeah.
Enoch's keeps everybody in line. So the youth center is new to me. We didn't have this at Benton.
Oh, you didn't?
No, we had a boys and girls club. So we, they had their own facility. Kids were over there. We kept, everybody, not that we didn't have kids in the parks department, but as far as child care, daycare kind of thing, it was over there. So this is new to me. So I yell when they're all there, and then all of a sudden yesterday was the first day they weren't there, and it was like, oh, I can talk normal now.
Right.
But Enoch and Andrew and Kelly, they do a great job with the youth center.
They really do. Yeah.
I'm not going to put any information into that. I don't have any information to give them, I'm trusting them, and but they keep it fun, they keep it light. Just watching them interact with the kids, I can tell they're making a difference. I mean,
definitely.
They have no hesitation to go talk to Enoch or Andrew, Kelly, any of the workers there. So they're really doing a good job with that.
Right.
So
that's something. My wife is the counselor at the junior high, and when she has summer soft, she says, "Why don't you be an educator?" And I couldn't do what she does or Enoch does with all the kids. I'm a 1-2 kid at a time kind of guy. So it works out for them, and I'm happy to have you in that position.
I'm happy to have a job.
Right. Most definitely. Well, Enoch, what's going on at the youth center?
We are back to our school hours.
Right.
So school's in session. So we're back. The shuttle bus now gets there at around 3. It was actually on time yesterday. Usually that first day or so it's a little late, but they got there at 3:45. Unload the kids. They can do homework, and we'll see how many of them do the homework.
I know, right?
But it's the first week, so there's probably no homework. But we're now 3 to 6 every day after school, Monday through Friday. They can come in. If they have homework, they can do homework. Well, before the year's out, probably next week, we'll have kids sitting in a corner in the gymnasium practicing their instrument. So we'll have concerts every day in the gym. They can do homework. We still have all the stations open. So we still have video game. We still have gymnasium, all of that open. The only thing that kind of changes other than the hours is since we only get them for about those 2 hours every day, there's not a lot of programming in the way it is in summer. So they're just there to do homework, and it's a good place for the kids in Mountain Home to back in the day they were called like latchkey kids, I think, where everybody just went home and waited for mom and dad to get home. And it's a different time where most homes are 2 parents working, so there's nobody home after school. They come to the youth center, they do homework, they hang with their friends, they talk about their day, they practice their instruments, and then they get picked up at 6 o'clock. So we have that going on. Not to mention Saturday, September the 10th, we have our movie in the park, which will be at Hickory Park.
Okay.
And that'll kick off. We had several businesses chip in and pay for the movie and some other things. Nasari Home Mortgage, they chipped in, and they took care of that movie fee for us. And then we had the vet clinic donate some funds towards that event as well. We did a poll on Facebook of which movie we should show, and Encanto won.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. The kids will have a blast watching that. So that'll usually kick off close to dark. I think we start the events there usually at around 7 o'clock. We'll have music playing until that shows up. We'll probably have some door prizes to give away.
Very nice.
And then once it gets dark, we pop the movie on and everybody sit back in their lawn chairs or their blanket and just have a blast.
Soda,
That's right.
Very nice.
So we have that getting ready to start. So
excellent. Well, it's about 7:30 in the morning. We're going to take a break, and we'll have more from Enoch Pepin of the LC Sammons Youth Center and Director Daniel Baxley of the Mountain Home Parks and Recreation.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
But how will we?
The car! Your offer has been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. I wish you all were here while we're during our break.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. We need
the
a
stuff
little camera
people
set up.
don't know.
Yeah. It's probably best to, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot that goes on at the LC Sammons Youth Center, a lot that goes on at the Parks and Recreation. But you took over the soccer program from Twin Lakes, and, you know, there was a lot of opinions about that. We were just talking about during the commercial break that you have extended the deadline to sign up. But tell us how that's gone so far. Yeah.
It's going well. And I stay away from, me personally, like the takeover term, because TLSA is still TLSA.
Okay.
They're
I didn't
still,
know that.
Yeah. They're still offering soccer. On what level, I don't know yet, but they still are an organization that will have soccer.
Okay.
So what we say is just that Mountain Home Parks and Rec just decided to offer soccer as well. Ours is
I didn't know that.
recreational.
I didn't know the distinction. Okay.
Yep. TLSA is they're still doing their thing, and we're doing ours. Ours is just, it's going to be recreation. Everything will be, all practices, all games, everything will be at the Dr. Ray Stahl Soccer Complex. We are going to have games Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. We're going to try to stay away from Saturdays if possible, just to free Saturdays up. We don't touch Wednesdays.
Yeah.
That's Mountain Home. Fridays as well, we're going to try to keep open. Our plans for that are, depending on numbers, participation, all that good stuff, maybe Fridays can turn into kind of that make-up rain day.
Sure.
There's going to be rain outs. That's just the way
There will be,
it might snow one day here during soccer. Who knows? It's Arkansas.
Well, I remember Kirsten played in rain. Now, lightning, of course, no.
Right.
But I can remember them being out there on a soft and wet field just getting after it.
So it'll happen. But, if we have to cancel anything because of lightning and anything like that, hopefully we can then just transfer over to a Friday, since we'll keep that open. And, again, try to keep Saturdays available for families to have their Saturdays. Now, if the numbers get insane for us and we got to trickle into some Saturdays to make sure we get that season in, then we will. But our plan right now is just through the weeknight.
That's good.
We set up a booth at Bomberfest, and the amount of questions people had and the amount of people that came by and talked to us, we came back and discussed it and decided we're going to extend our deadline 1 week until September 2nd. Let everybody continue to ask some questions, get some time to sign up. On September 1st, the Soccer Foundation and us are going to partner and do a fun day at the soccer complex. Kids are going to be able to come out for free. We're going to do some little skills and drills, fun stuff, nothing crazy. I think there's going to be some ice cream and some drinks and stuff like that, but it'll be kind of our last day to sign up, and then we'll turn it loose to Enoch and Andrew to get the program started. We can't go much past September 2nd and allow them to continue to do the other side of the programming, which is finding the coaches and doing the coaches clinic and
it's
the draft.
time to start getting set up.
It's time to get going. So staying off of the Saturdays was something that I brought in. I know they've kind of done Saturdays before. I feel like if we can give families their weekends back, programs, these are fun. Yes, they're going to be slightly competitive, but these are fun. It's, more about getting the kids out there. They get some self-confidence, some self-discipline, and then let the kid decide if they, if this is a sport they really want to pursue. And so, keeping Saturdays free of that, lets the families go out and go to the lake, go camping, go do something else if they want to.
That's great.
And it also gives us the opportunity, if we do have several rainouts or something, we can throw a Saturday jamboree together or something and get all of our league games in a day if we needed to. So,
well, a couple of days ago we were talking about the draft. And I guess there was a post made and there was a little controversy, but people don't know how it works, and when they're new to it, they get confused.
Right.
So exactly how does that work, and why do you do it that way, and why does everybody do it that way when you're doing a draft?
It's the same reason even professional sports do an assessment and they do a draft. The assessment, the kid never knows what they're being assessed at as far as what other coaches in the league are grading them. It's just so that all the coaches can see what the talent pool is. And then the reason we do the draft is to try our best to keep a team from getting, and on our rec league, even with baseball, softball, you're going to have kids who have never played organized sport at all.
Right.
Never played soccer. And they want to just try it because their friends trying it. Or they saw Lionel Messi have an amazing game the other day, and they want.
They should be able to try.
And they want to just go have fun playing soccer. They want to try something new. So you're going to have a team that's going to have those kids on it, and then you're going to have on that same team. You're going to have kids who have played it their whole life. Right. And so that's just a way of trying our best to make sure that one team is just not loaded on brand newbies. And then my team has all the experienced kids.
Sure.
This is just, we kind of do that snake rotation. They pick a random number out the hat, however many coaches we have in that age bracket. And then we go down to, they all have their assessment sheets in front of them, and they go down and pick, they pick accordingly.
Right, to help break that
just
up.
To help spread the talent out.
Because some that don't know, they're on there saying that they're building the best team, and all the best kids end up on the same team, and that's not how that works.
This is their way of preventing that.
Preventing it,
And trying to keep a level playing field. And,
Yeah.
and keep in mind, I've been in youth programs forever. Enoch knows. We do the same thing with the football and stuff like that, where we try to even out the teams so that the experience level's about the same on each team. However, you're going to get this team that just bonds together a little bit better.
Right,
and
correct.
everybody starts saying, well, that's because they're no, it was evenly done.
Yeah.
It's just somehow that team has come together as a group, and sometimes that's harder for other teams, and it makes a world of difference. You know, we talk about that kids and trying to get that family unit together where everybody's on board, and sometimes it's just quicker on one team than the other, but you do take every preventative measure to even that playing field so everybody's kind of on the same thing, but it just, you know, whatever happens at that point.
Oh, you're right. And as the practices go on, they get better and better. And like you said, they become a family and become a better team because of it. And I've seen that happen with Cannons baseball.
Yes.
That at the beginning you're thinking, oh no. And then in the middle of it, you're like, they're coming into their own. Yeah. They're learning off of each other. Some of the more experienced players are teaching the inexperienced ones.
Yep.
And they make a play or two that builds their confidence. Next thing you know, they're a spectacular team, and everybody's like, oh, they got all the best players. No. Yeah.
We've seen it in previous stops where we'll, you know, and we haven't discussed this yet here, but we've always did a end of the season tournament for our program teams, you know, and if they're not going to travel or do anything, we would put just a one-day tournament on for them. But we've seen a team go 0-20 in the league and come out and go to the finals in the postseason because it just finally clicked. They all kind of figured it out, and it's, you know, and it could be softball or soccer or, you know, whatever the program is, but it's, you know, like you said, it just finally clicks that everybody gets on the same page, and you know, and a lot of that has to do, I mean, we're going to rely on volunteer coaches, you know, and how much time and effort they'll help us put in. You know, we'll help them every way we can, you know, but, you know, you'll get some that just have a passion for it and they love it, and then some that just want to be there with their kids and have a good time.
Sure.
And, you know, we'll help them both sides of that. And so we're excited for it, and, you know, to see it grow. Programs will grow. I mean, they will. You'll start, and you know, I was telling Enoch when I got here, and, you know, kind of heard what was going on, and, you know, us starting the soccer program. Thought, well, if we can get 100 to 125 kids in the first year program, we're doing well, and we're well past that now.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And still have the need to go extend another week to get, you know, more so not because we need more numbers, but because, you know, I think we still have a lot of people out there that have questions. Okay,
sure.
Where should my kid play?
Sure.
And, you know, and it's the same time, you know, if we have an organization in town that can offer, you know, some coaching at a higher level, you know, skills and drills at a higher level than what the rec side's going to, and we have a kid walk in that is just head and shoulders above everybody else, and I don't want that kid to get bored in the rec league. You know, I mean, I want him to stay engaged, and so it might be that we, you know, look at them and say, hey, you might want to, after the end of this season, you might really want to step over here and really see what they can do with you. You know, we'd love to have you, but you're here and everybody else is still down here right now. So
yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. There's nothing wrong with having multiple. No.
A big important thing is, which I try to say this as much as possible. So back to this whole draft and all of that good stuff.
Okay.
You know, I see it in baseball. Your daughter played soccer her whole life. You're in sports every day. Your career in Parks and Rec. The kids on every team, the kids at the youth center, they feed off of the staff's energy.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so I try to, no matter what my day looks like, when the kids get there, I'm trying to be silly old big kid Enoch, because the kids feed off of that.
They do.
And so that's going to trickle into sports. You know, most kids don't know that their team's not having a great season until they hear their parents griping about how bad of a season that they think they're having. So it's just that positive energy. It's a recreational league. We don't want to do anything that makes this kid who down the road could develop. Before you know it, overnight they come in, they click, whether it's physically, mentally. And we don't want them to be pushed out of a sport because they're just getting criticized and hammered all day long. Let's let the kids, it's recreational. Let them come out. We'll try to spread the teams out as evenly as we can. We want them to have fun. They'll learn in the process.
Right.
And you'll see the growth from game to game. You'll see it click, like you said.
Yeah.
It might be halfway through the season. It might be the last game, and you're like, holy cow, look at those plays they're making.
Yeah.
Let's just let them have fun.
Then everything before it just melts away.
Right. And then you might have a kid who, from here, just having fun, boom, they just take off, and who knows what they're going to do in soccer or whatever the activity is. So I just try to keep a straight up, just a positive, let's have fun, they're learning, nobody got injured today, let's go home and enjoy the rest of the day. That's my outlook on it.
Sounds good to me. I like it. Yep. It's 7:45. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back with more from Enoch and Daniel.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Our guests Enoch Pepin and director Daniel Baxley are here to talk about all things Mountain Home Parks and Recreation, the LC Sammons Youth Center. We were touching on, confidence for the kids. And when it comes to being a coach, you see some coaches are better than others at not being so critical, but there's times that you need to be. But then you have parents that are sitting on the sideline and they're very critical at all times. It's like they can do no right. And that's disheartening to see. I hate seeing it. I've watched many games, watched Kirsten play many soccer games. Cannon now, he's done all the sports. He played soccer, baseball, basketball. Now he's going into football. And I always try to say a compliment sandwich. Say something they did good, then something they need to work on, and then something good again, and not just criticize, because you're knocking the kid down to where they won't even want to play the sport.
Right. Yeah.
And so I know you both have probably seen that more so than many others, because you're a part of every game that goes on. And yeah,
I mentioned this earlier during the break. I was reading an article this weekend. 70% of all kids stop playing sports by 13 years old. And you know, not to say that's all, you know, the parents or anything like that. I mean, there's phenomenal parents, just as, you know, and you know, I don't know why that 70% quits, but that's, for us in Parks and Recs, that's a small window to, you know, create and foster a love for recreation. And you know, we're talking about the mainstream sports here, and you know, baseball, softball, soccer, things like that. But recreation is also hiking, biking, you know, kayaking, you know, things, outdoor activities. You know, it's, you know, there's an abundance of things that falls under that umbrella. You know, so. But kind of going back, you know, to keep kids engaged, I think the biggest thing we can do is make it fun. You know, if a kid is competitive, it's going to show. They're going to want to be competitive, and they're going to want to win, and they're going to want to be better. And you know, if a kid's there to have fun and be with their friends, that's going to show, and that's perfectly fine too. That is perfectly fine. You know, and our goal is to have programs that, you know, foster both of those. You know, and you know, if a kid is uber competitive and really, really good, that's probably not a recreation side, but we hopefully have the facilities that teams that are like that can utilize and find him a home or her a home. You know, but we want to just make sure that, you know, we have programs that are from, you know, 3 and 4 year olds to, you know, senior citizens, 70, 80-year-old, where everybody can have fun. Everybody has something that they enjoy to come to the Parks and Recreation to do, whether it's walking the trails, playing pickleball. You know, we got a very active tennis group that plays every morning that I've seen. So it's you know, I know we get kind of stuck on the mainstream stuff, but the whole umbrella is a lot bigger. I
wasn't even thinking about kayaking and hiking, and so I think baseball and football and soccer.
Well, and I think every Parks and Recreation, and you know, especially in Arkansas, was that way. I mean, every conference we went to, that's what we discussed. How do you grow your programs? How do you get them bigger? And then you know, it's not as prevalent now, but you know, COVID hit, and all of a sudden you couldn't have teams, and you couldn't have groups of people in a room. So it was like, well, what do we do? And so, you know, all of a sudden, you know, your parks departments that had natural resources, whether it was creeks or rivers, lakes, ponds, it was like, oh, we can do this. And, you know, so we created kayaking programs. You know, we started doing a lot of bikes, you know, things like that. And you know, Mountain Home has the perfect area for those things. I mean, we're surrounded by some beautiful natural resources. And I'm not saying the park should go take care of it, but I think we can offer, you know, programs or training on how to go kayak, how to you know, safely walk a trail or ride a bike and do things like that, where they can, you know, kids and families can go out together and utilize those natural resources that we have. That a lot of cities don't have this. I mean, and that's one of the things that we saw when we moved up here that we really liked is, you know, the lakes and the rivers and
definitely,
you know, the trails.
If you like the outdoors, this is the place to be for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I absolutely love kayaking, so it's good you have courses to help people with that, because we took a kayaking trip with an old boy that never been on one before. And you think, oh, we'll just get in and just paddle, you know, it's easy, and it wasn't. I mean, he was struggling. He was also in the wrong kayak for his size. You got to watch out for that. So we switched him into 2 different ones and finally found him one. And about 2 hours into a 5-hour float, he finally got it down. But he was at the point he never wanted to do it again. So it's training is a good thing when it comes to kayaking, because when you're on the water, you want to be safe, you want to know what you're doing, and you want to have a good time. He was not having a good time there at the beginning. So, but I love that. I didn't even think of it. I didn't even think of that stuff.
It's easy to, you know, lose track of what else you know, Parks and Rec can have, and hopefully that's something I can bring to the table here, is, you know, experience in that and finding ways to utilize those areas and grow them at the same time. So it's, you know, we're getting, you know, the new rec centers coming, and it's going to be phenomenal. You know,
do we have an ETA on that? When they start?
We're hoping to see something going mid to late September.
Okay.
You know, I don't know that it would be actual construction on the building, but prepping the land and getting roads and stuff ready like that. But I think we're getting close to having some more definite information.
Yeah, and its location will be?
I'm still learning the park.
That's going to be, you know, where McKay Park is.
Okay.
Back behind like Ultimate Ford.
Okay.
All of that.
For those that didn't,
I know.
I knew it. I was just making sure. I was like, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, you're all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, back behind Ultimate Ford, there's a big stretch of land that is. I mean, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Those two ponds there. It's a beautiful setting there for a nice. Yeah.
Definitely, and they put that walking trail that's around the back part of it now, and that was kind of a preemptive thing.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it's needed in the area. It's going to draw more attention. There's going to be a Olympic-sized swimming pool.
There's going to be a aquatic center.
Yeah,
25 meter, not
25, not Olympic, but
not Olympic,
yeah, but something where we
yeah.
can have swim meets
Absolutely.
here. Okay, so big enough for that.
Yeah. And the rec center brings up another part of, Parks and Rec is there's a business to it. And
there is.
You build these facilities and you need them to break even, if not turn a profit. And a lot of times, you can make that happen just off the memberships of your community. And then sometimes you need to reach out and you can bring in tournaments and events and things like that into these facilities. Well, if we can bring in swim meets, volleyball tournaments, basketball tournaments, all of a sudden, not only is the facility, bringing money in for that, you got hotels being utilized, you got restaurants, gas stations. So, most of the money the Parks and Rec is going to make is indirectly through tax revenue, but bringing people from outside of Mountain Home into our town and staying for a weekend. And that's one thing we'll look at real heavy as we get going is, what tournament organizations, are in this area that we can utilize and follow kind of our values and what we want. But, can we run a tournament with you, once a weekend or once a month or things like that. But there's a little bit of a business side. And, I know everybody voted tax revenue, but if we can help generate our own revenue, we want to
I think it'll get to that point. I think it will.
I think so too. Yeah.
But it will be spread around. There'll be other businesses that benefit from the people coming in because of that new rec center. It's going to be great. I think it is.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it. I'm going to go to it. So
I'll see you there.
Well, we're in the last few minutes. Anything you want to add to? As a quick rundown, what does the director of Mountain Home Parks and Recreation do? Just a quick,
everything.
Yeah, no,
everything.
I lucked out.
You organize taking care of the parks.
Organize that. And not necessarily that. My background is one of the reasons I think I came was project management. I'm an old turf golf superintendent. That was my original background. But with in Parks and Recreation, I just kind of had a knack for project management, and built projects and kind of oversaw them. So with the growth that we're doing here, it kind of fit. But I got to thank Billy on this. I kind of walked into a great staff. After meeting everybody and kind of learning their strengths and things like that, it was became real clear I wasn't going to make a lot of changes fast. It was
we'll start off slow.
We're going to let everybody continue to operate. Youth Center, I was not going to suggest much of anything because, again, it's not something I had a ton of experience in. But, the ground staff and the maintenance staff outside, I know they're working hard. I could see that just in, driving around with the mayor in my interview. I mean, that's, I can tell when the staff is cutting corners if they're really, really working hard. Outside it's just I've done that for years, and so I could tell they were really trying. I think I can help them and just some being more efficient things that I've learned over close to 20 years. So I think I can help them there. And then programming, it's a little different here because Enoch has the youth center, but it also does rec programming. Where I came from, our rec programmers were just rec programmers. And I think as we grow, staffing is going to have to grow with that. We may make some changes, but other than that, it's I kind of just put out fires at times too. Just like if something's going on, and not in a bad way, but one of the supervisors or Enoch or anybody calls me and says, "Hey, this is going on. Let me run over there and let's look at it."
Very good.
Kind of like that's the best way to explain it sometimes.
Very nice. Well, we are down to it's almost 7:59. We want to thank you both for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
You do that every month. And I'm glad you get to do it with me.
That's right.
That's very nice. So we look forward to everything you have to offer in the future, and we thank everybody for watching. Our guests, Enoch and Daniel, we'll see you next go-around.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.